Welcome back, everybody. Okay, remember, we're talking about making sure that you've got perfect flow on the 4 tires on your ultimate driving machine. So we're now talking about step 2 on the 72-hour program, the 72-hour plan, 72-hour game plan. And step 2 is you're going to create a list. Now, it's really important that you create this list the correct way. So what I'm going to advise you to do is to, in any format you want to, if you want to pull out a piece of paper, if you want to go to your smartphone to the notes tab, or any format you want to use, go ahead and make a list of 100 names. And when you make that list of 100 names, I want to advise you, don't have any prejudgment. Don't think about who belongs on this list, or who would say yes, or who would say no, or who would never do this in a million years. Don't make any judgment about the people. All I want you to think about is, who do you love, who do you care about, who do you admire, who do you respect? If you could do anything in the world with people, obviously you want to pick and choose the people that you love, that you care about, that you could actually see yourself enjoying doing life with. So now that you're creating this list and making this list, go ahead and fill it up all the way to 100 names. And once you have 100 names, I'd like for you to color code. You can use any color you want to, just 3 different colors, and go ahead and circle with 1 color all the names of people that you look up to. That's right, you look up to them because you admire them, you respect them, they've accomplished something in their life. And then the second color you're going to use, pick any color you like, go ahead and color code those names. The second group of people is the people that are your equals. Those are your peers. Those are the people that are somewhere about the same place in life, socioeconomically. Go ahead and color code those all with the next color. The third group of people, pick a different color once again, and circle or highlight all those names, and those are the people that look up to you. So, you know, when you think about people that look up to you, they are respecting you and admiring you. Those are the people you have a tremendous amount of influence over. Okay, you got it? Now that you've got those 3 different categories of people, now we're going to talk about how to communicate to those people. Because here's what happens for most. We say, oh my goodness, I don't know what to say to those people. How am I ever going to get their attention? What are the right magic words? Well, first of all, there are no magic words. The most important thing I could advise you is that you realize that you will only attract people based on your level of conviction, based on your level of confidence, based on your level of humility. It's that law of attraction. So let's go ahead and start with the first group of people, the people that you look up to. Here's my advice for you. When you contact these people, just be very, very humble and come from the standpoint of respect. So here's what I might advise to say to these people. You call them up on the phone and say, hey Bob, this is Scott. And I've been thinking about a business that I might possibly engage into. But you know, I really have a lot of respect for you, for your savvy around business topics, and I want to make sure that I'm making a really smart and a wise decision for me and my family. And because I appreciate and respect you so much for your business acumen, would you do me the honor and do me the favor of accompanying me for maybe 30 minutes to an hour of your time so I could introduce you to some people, you could get the same information with me, and then you could give me some advice when we're done. Would you be willing to do that? I'd be most appreciative. Most times, when you approach people with that level of respect, they want to do you a favor because you gave them so much praise. It would be really awkward for them to say no. So chances are, when you have that kind of attitude, they'll say yes, you'll have an appointment, and you'll go together to capture that information. Next is the group of people that are your equals. These are people that you can call up on the phone or even meet in person, and you can say, hey John, it's Scott. Do you have a couple minutes of time? And they're going to say, yeah, sure. What's going on? What's happening? And you say, listen, I'm really considering a business right now, and I'm really excited about it. I really feel like I'm on the front edge of something that is really, really exciting. And you know what? I've been thinking about you, and you've been on my mind. I'd like to get you for about an hour of your time with a completely open mind, and I'd like to put some information in front of you. I'm pretty sure, as a matter of fact, I have little to no doubt that you're not going to be just as excited about this as I am. So when you put that out there to a group of people that are on your equal level playing field, they're going to say, man, it sounds like you're really excited about that. You know what? I'm really curious, if nothing else, and I want to see what you're so excited about. There's appointment number 2. Now here's group number 3. These are the people that look up to you. When you contact these people, whether it's in person or over the phone, you can be very direct and very quick to the point with these people. You could say, hey, I'm getting together with some people at my house this Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I'd like you to stop by. We're going to go through some information that's exciting, and I think you're going to be really interested in what we're going to talk about. But I've been thinking about you, John. I'd like to have you over at 7 o'clock. Can I count on you to be there? And they'll say, yeah, sounds great. They're just honored that you even thought of them in the first place. Remember? They look up to you. They're excited to be included, and they can hardly believe themselves that of all the people on the planet that you could have picked and choose, you picked them. So that's great news. Well, there's category 1, 2, and 3. So that's called creating your list. That's how you go about doing it. That's how you would communicate with these people. And remember, the age-old question is, well, what happens if they ask me questions that I'm uncomfortable with or that I have troubles answering? And the best thing you can remember is, hey, listen, nobody is able to give out complete information over the phone, and certainly not just in a couple of minutes. Remember, I'm asking you for an hour of your time with an open mind for a reason. It's because I want to give you all the information so you can make an accurate and a really educated decision for yourself. That makes sense, doesn't it? And they're going to say, yeah, you know what, come to think of it, it does make sense. So that's my experience. That's just a few little tips on how to create a list, how to communicate with that list, and how to answer the most popular question is, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about this? Remember, people are just curious, and it's like Christmas. You know how it is. If there's presents under the tree and you're a little kid, you can hardly contain yourself. And when people ask you questions, that's just the same thing as going up to the edge of that present and just peeling a little bit of the wrapper back just to get a little glimpse. Well, a glimpse never did anybody any favors, so keep that in mind. Thanks so much.